Let me let y'all in on a little secret that they don't want you to know. Come on, come closer. You don't have to spend a lot of money to smell great. Yeah, that's right. I said it. The amount that you spend on a fragrance doesn't necessarily equate to how good you will or won't smell. So if you're someone that loves smelling great, but you're on a budget or you want to save money, then this video is for you. I got 6 cologne fragrances that are going to make you and your wallet happy and going to have you smelling better than everyone else this spring and summer. And spoiler alert, these are some of the best colognes that I've ever put my nose on. What's going on, y'all? Welcome back to the channel. I hope everybody is doing well. My name is Ty, and here I primarily talk about fragrances, but also sprinkling some fashion and lifestyle content as well. Really, the primary purpose is to help you show up as your best self consistently, so day in and day out, by looking good, smelling good, feeling good. Y'all know the vibes, man. So do me a favor, if you're interested in those type of videos or that type of content, consider subscribing below, then make sure you hit the bell so you can stay notified anytime I post any new content. Okay, y'all, starting things off with Joe Milano Game of Spades Boston. We got Game of Spades Boston here, and this one is along the lines of Creed Aventus in terms of its scent profile, but slight differences here, and I actually prefer this scent profile over the Aventus one. So again, very similar in the opening. You get that citrus, you get pineapple, blackcurrant. As it dries down, you get some woodiness as well, but the difference is no smokiness from like the birch that you get in Aventus with this one, and then also you have the addition of juniper berries. So juniper berries, to me, it just gives it this crisp, sort of refreshing, almost, fizzy, I'd say, like feeling to it. So really nice fragrance here, y'all. One that just smells really good. And if you know anything about Joe Milano and their fragrances, they've been putting out some heat, been putting out some straight bangers, and this one is no exception. So getting the list started off right. Again, y'all, we got Joe Milano Game of Spades Boston. Definitely great for spring, summer, really any time of year, but specifically warm weather. Next up on the list, we got one of my favorites. From Alexandria Fragrances, we have Visionary. This one's called Visionary, y'all, and this is inspired by Louis Vuitton's Imagination, and in my opinion, hands down the best and definitely my favorite inspiration of that fragrance. So definitely puts you in a mindset of something like Imagination. You get that citrus, the freshness, some spice, but then the main player, to my nose at least, is the tea note that you get in here. To me, it kind of brings everything together and really just gives it, again, that refreshing, clean, sort of calming effect to it, right? So man, this one smells great, y'all. And I'm not sure if you can see, I haven't had this one that long. I'll try to get the camera to focus, but already has made a pretty good dent in this one, and for good reason. Like I said, again, this is another one that technically could work year round, but man, in the spring and the summer, this thing is just beautiful. Just an all-around great fragrance for the warm weather, and one that definitely is going to get you some compliments. So if you're someone like me, you really enjoy Louis Vuitton's Imagination, but looking to save a little money, would definitely recommend checking out Visionary. Y'all, next up on the list, we got one from Parfums Vintage. So it's a fragrance or a clone house that isn't talked about that much. You don't see the name of it on the front, but this one is called Amaranthine. I think I'm pronouncing that right. I'll put the name of it on the screen here, but y'all, this one here, oh man, it's so good, y'all. It's fresh, it's clean, but it's also warm. And it's one that's inspired by MFK's Armor's Own, the EDT version. And that's one that's not talked about that much, and I really don't understand why. It's probably one of, if not my favorite fragrance from MFK. And again, Parfums Vintage just knocked it out the park with this one here. So again, I said fresh, clean, and warm, right? What does that mean? So you get some orange, some citrus, and even get a little rosemary in the opening. So again, gives it that crisp sort of freshness, but as this one dries down, it gets a little interesting, right? So you get some woods, of course, but then you also get coconut, you get chocolate. Gives it this nice sort of sweet, kind of warm edge to it, and trust me, it all works. It all goes together. This one smells amazing. And the cool thing about this one is I actually tested it side by side with the original. Again, very close in terms of, the scent profile and DNA, but the thing that I noticed is this one actually outperforms the original in terms of its longevity. So Definitely one that is, in my opinion, a sleeper. And like I said, from a brand that isn't talked about as much, being Parfums Vintage. It is on the more pricey side for a clone, but to me, worth every penny, especially if you can get it whenever they run their annual sales. Save yourself some money, or sometimes they'll do a buy one, get one deal. So nonetheless, really great fragrance here. If you like MFK's Amris Own, get your nose on this one. Okay, y'all, next up, we got one of the hype beasts from over the past few years, but in my opinion, was well worth the hype. It's one of the better ones out there, man. We got Haramain's Amber Oud Gold Edition. So if you like Xerjoff's Herba Pura, just get this one. I'll just say it now. Just save yourself the time, the money, pick this one up. It's so beautiful, and it's so close to the original from quality to the actual performance. This one is a beast mode performer. Longevity is on point. Projection is on point. Scent profile is on point. Y'all, it checks all the boxes, and you get it for a great price. So again, if you're someone that likes Xerjoff's Herba Pure, if you're not familiar with that fragrance, think literally a medley of fruits, or a basket of different fruits, right? Some vanilla, a little bit of musk, a little bit of amber. And that's essentially what you got with this scent profile here. So one that, you know, some will say leans a little bit feminine. Sure, I mean, I guess wouldn't disagree, but in my opinion, like I said, I love rocking this one, love this scent profile, and I think it leans more unisex. But definitely one you should get your nose on if you're interested, or if you know you enjoy Xerjoff's Herba Pura. Bang for buck wise, hard to beat something like this. This is Haramain's Amber Oud Gold. Okay, we had to spin the block, y'all. Coming back to Alexandria Fragrances, and this one here we have Afternoon Splash. And this one's a heavy hitter, man. This is definitely one of my favorite, if not my favorite, from Alexandria Fragrances, period. Not just warm weather, but it did such a good job with this one. So if you're someone that enjoys Louis Vuitton's Afternoon Swim, Afternoon Splash, got it right here. Some fragrances, they take you to like a certain place, a certain time, or just give you a certain feeling, right? A lot of fragrances do, at least, right? This one here is just summertime. To me, this is summertime in a bottle. This is warm weather. This is sun beating on you. This is being outside, enjoying a summer day. That's the best way to put it. You get this sweet, very fresh and realistic orange, a little bit of ambergris, and I think you get some ginger in here, and that's it. Straightforward, it's to the point, but oh, does it smell good, y'all. I don't know what else to say. I don't know how Alexandria does it with some of these fragrances, like I say, getting so close to the original, but then also the performance. For a fragrance that is, you know, based around citrus notes, this one lasts very long. I'm talking 8+ hours with really good projection. So I'd say one of the sleepers, you know, from Alexandria. I'm hoping more people are getting onto it because they need to. This is a great fragrance, y'all. If you like Louis Vuitton's Afternoon Swim, check out Alexandria Fragrances Afternoon Splash. Okay, last but not least, y'all, we have Lattafa's Honor and Glory. And I guess there's a caveat with this one, right? Because technically, I don't know if this one is a direct clone of anything. So I've seen, you know, through various reviews and, you know, kind of stuff that's out there on the internet, maybe it's a fusion of a couple different fragrances. I've seen somebody say, you know, it's supposed to be Nishane Ani mixed with Hachibat, which I can actually kind of see, but nonetheless, regardless of if it is a clone or what it's cloning, this right here, y'all, I've talked about it before on my channel. The more and more that I wear this, of course, it's very complimented. One of my biggest compliment getters in my collection, believe it or not. Very complimented, but y'all, bang for buck wise, I don't know if there's a better fragrance out there than this one. And I mean, of course, you have things like Mercedes-Benz Club Black, Ferragamo's Uomo, right? Like those are, you know, roughly $30. You can, you know, find those fragrances, maybe a little bit more, and they're amazing fragrances. This one you can usually find around that $30 price point, sometimes below it, but such a unique take on a fresh scent, right? So you get pineapple in here, get some light spices, and then you get a whole lot of vanilla. And I know what you may be thinking, right? Like vanilla, summertime, warm weather. Is it too much? Is it cloying? It's not. And that's one of my favorite things about this one, y'all. It's a summer gourmand, I guess you can say, right? The vanilla isn't overly sweet. It's more powdery and fresh. And again, the pineapple is definitely fresh. It has some sweetness to it, but it doesn't do too much. And everything just works very well in this fragrance. It's an absolute, banger in terms of release. And again, in terms of bang for your buck, doesn't get much better than this one. One of my favorites for summer, spring, especially in the evenings, date night, things like that. Check this one out. Lattafa's Honor and Glory. So save yourself some money and pick these clones up and smell better than everyone else this spring and summer. And thank me later.